everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create QuickBooks customer on cash-free payment. So here, as an owner of an online store, I am using Cashfree as a payment gateway to manage all my transactions and payments. And I want that as soon as a new payment will be received through Cashfree, when a customer is going to purchase a product, automatically that customer should be added in my QuickBooks account. Now, to automate this entire process, we will have to set up the connection between Cashfree and QuickBooks, and that we are going to do without any coding and any programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So for your business, if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen, everyone. In this video, we are going to learn step by step that how we can automatically create customers in QuickBooks whenever payment will be received on Cashfree. So as I'm managing an online store, I'm using Cashfree to collect the payments from my customers, and I'm selling my products with the help of Cashfree by creating multiple payment forms. So here I want that every time I'm going to receive a new payment by a customer when they are going to purchase a product. So in order to manage my finances easily, I'm using QuickBooks, and I want to add the customer directly in QuickBooks, so that further I will be able to create invoices for these customers, manage the transactions, payment, etc. Now to automate this entire process, I will have to build a connection between Cashfree and QuickBooks, and for doing that I'm not going to use any kind of coding and programming skills. I'm going to create this automation without any coding or programming with the help of Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which helps us to build the connections between our work applications effortlessly to automate all our daily repetitive tasks. So let's get started quickly. We are currently on the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect/INR in our browser. After coming over here, we will find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But in case if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button. It will help you to create a free new account just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you're going to receive 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, as an existing user, currently I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. We are on the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, which contains all the workflows which we have created. To save the workflow separately and accordingly to organize our data, we can also create separate folders like this on the same dashboard for different kind of workflows. Now to create a new workflow, let's click on this create workflow option. As we have done that, you can see a dialog box is appear in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let me provide a name over here. Create QuickBooks customer on cash-free payment. After giving the name to my workflow, now I'm going to select the folder. You can see I have a list of folders over here. Among these folders, the automation which I'm going to set up currently is for managing my e-commerce store and for managing my payments. So here I'm going to select automations for payment management as my folder, okay, in which I want to save this workflow. So it will be saved, and now let's click on create. As we have done that, a new screen is open in front of us. The screen contains basically a blank workflow which we have to fill up to complete our automation successfully. Over here we have trigger and action. So trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation runs. Here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now let's suppose I want that every time I'm going to receive a new payment on Cashfree by the customer, then automatically that customer should be added in my QuickBooks account as well. For that, I'm going to take Cashfree in my trigger and QuickBooks in my action step. So when I will be setting up the connection between these two applications with the help of Pabbly Connect, then I will see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the payment will be received in Cashfree, then only the customer will also be added in QuickBooks, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us start creating our automation step by step. To start with the process, first of all, let's go towards our trigger step and let us select our trigger application. So over here, our trigger application will be the application by using which we want to start our workflow every time, and that will be Cashfree, as we want that when the payment will be received in Cashfree, then we want to capture the response every time, and with that response, the workflow should start. Now we have to select the trigger event. That means on the happening of which specific event in Cashfree you want to capture the response. So we can collect payments by 3 methods: by direct payments, by link, and by the forms. If you want to capture the response of each and every payment, whether it is successful, failed, or dropped, you can go for selecting payments. If you want to capture the response of payments that are being captured via link, then you can select payment via link option. I have created multiple payment forms to collect my payments from the customers, and therefore I'm going to select payment via form. I want that when the payment will be received through the forms, then only the response should be sent towards Pabbly Connect. Okay. Now we have selected the trigger application and the trigger event. So we have to use the webhook URL which we have received to build the connection between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect. How we are going to do that? By inserting the webhook URL inside our Cashfree account inside the payment forms by following the given instructions step by step carefully. So let's copy the webhook URL and then I am going to show you what you have to do. So first of all, I will take you towards my Cashfree account. From the left side, so you can see that these are all the forms I have. We have to build the connection between these forms and Pabbly Connect. But you can see that I am working in test environment. So this is the test account of Cashfree. I am using it actually to show you the connection and every process step by step clearly. But in your case, when you will be using a real account, it will be same as the test account only, and you have to do the same steps which I am showing you to build the connection. Alright, so after coming on your Cashfree account, you have to go towards developers from top. After coming on developer section, under products, here we have the option of webhooks. And after coming on webhooks, here you can see we have to go towards payment form because I am building the connection with payment form. So I have to go towards payment form. You can select according to your choice. Okay, if you are using payment link, so you have to go towards payment link. Now we have to click on add webhook endpoint, and in the field of webhook URL, we have to paste the recent webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Then we have to click on test and add, and we have to send the test response towards Pabbly Connect to check the connection. So let's click on this add button. As we have done that, now let's go back towards Pabbly Connect, and you can see that the test response is captured successfully. So this means our connection between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect is built. Now we'll click on this recapture webhook response button, as we are now going to capture the actual response so that we can continue our workflow with that response. And over here, to capture the response, it is saying in the instructions that you have to do a test submission. We have already built a connection between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect, and now when we will do a test submission, that means when we will make a payment in Cashfree via the form, then automatically the response will be captured. So quickly, I'm going to take you towards my Cashfree account. We will go towards the payment forms. So these are all the forms I have. One of the form I'm going to open and I'm going to submit the payment with that form. So let's say I'm purchasing this PHP course new. Okay, so I will copy the URL of this form and I will open it in a new tab. As the payment form is open, now I'm going to submit it. So we have the amount, we have the description of the product, we have the name, basics of PHP, and we have to enter the details of the customers. So let's say the customer who is purchasing this course is having the phone number as like this. Let's say the email of this customer is newcustomer88@pabblytudes.com, and let's say the name of this customer is new customer. Okay, these are the details of the customers, and because I'm doing a test submission, so I've used some dummy details. Okay, so now I'm going to click on pay securely. We have multiple payment methods, so I'm going to select card over here, and because this is a test purchase, so I'm going to use test card details to make the payment. So here on my test account, I have test card details. I'm going to use it to make the transaction successful, and I will click on proceed to pay. I will enter a random OTP over here, and you can see that the payment is successful. So now I'm going to take you back towards Pabbly Connect. The response is captured, and in the response we have received all the details. So let's start reading them one by one. First of all, here you can see that we have the type of the event which is being performed, payment form, order, webhook. Then we have the event date and time. That means on which date and at what time the payment is received. Then we have the order transaction ID, the status of the payment, order ID. Then we have the order amount. We have the phone number, the name of the customer. Then over here we have the email address and all other details. And when you will look closely, these are the exactly same details which we have entered while making the payments. So this means that the connection between Cashfree and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful, and now every time the form will be submitted for the payment in Cashfree, I'm going to receive the response automatically in my Pabbly Connect account. So after building this connection, now our objective is to create QuickBooks customer. For that, we have to build the connection between QuickBooks and Pabbly Connect. To do that, let's go towards our action step. Let us select QuickBooks Online as our action application, and we have to select the action event. So what I want to create the customer. So let's select create a customer, and now let's click on connect. You can see I am already logged into my QuickBooks account. So now my connection will be easier. You also have to keep in mind, before building the connection with Pabbly Connect, you should already keep login to the applications which you want to connect. It is going to make the procedure of your connection easier and simple. Over here, to build the connection, you can see we have two options: add new connection and select existing connection. In case if you already have an existing connection, you can just go with that quickly. I'm going to show you to build a new connection. For that, you have to go towards add new connection and you have to click on connect with QuickBooks Online. And over here, you can see that our authorization has become successful and the connection between QuickBooks and Pabbly Connect is built. So now we have to enter the details in these fields to create a customer successfully. First of all, we have to enter the display name. What should be the name of the customer which will be displayed on QuickBooks? I want to just use actual name of the customer as display name, and I have received the details of the customer name, email, phone number already in our earlier response, as you can see. So instead of entering these details manually, because I want to automate the process, I am going to use a technique that is called as mapping. Mapping is inserting data from previous step. So here we have the previous step and here we have the details. I want the name, so I'm going to directly insert the name like this, and it is mapped. When I've mapped this name, it has become dynamic. Mapping makes the data dynamic, and now with each and every new response, automatically it is going to replace. So every time a new customer is going to make the payment in Cashfree, the response is going to be captured, then automatically the display name and all the details which we are going to map in these fields are going to get replaced with the new details. And in this way only we are going to automate the entire process. Now it is asking us given name or the first name. It is mandatory, and I have not received the first name and last name separately. So I'm going to directly map the given name, that is the name which we have received. Okay, the same name, and middle name and last name is not important, so I'm going to ignore these fields. But if you want, you can also map separately first name and last name. For that, if you want, you can also split the name by using a feature of Pabbly that is called as text formatter, with the help of which you can split the name by using the space in between the first name and last name. Then here we have the title, suffix, etc. If you want to enter these details, you can map them. I'm using the phone number as I have received the phone number. Okay, some of the details are not mandatory, so it is not important to enter each of them. Now I'm going to map the email address. Then we have the website, GST registration type. These details are not mandatory. I'm going to ignore these fields and I will directly enter the currency over here, that is INR. You can select the currency according to your choice, and directly I'm going to click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, you can see that the response is captured, and the response we have received all the details. So quickly now I'm going to take you towards my QuickBooks account. We will check whether the customer is created or not. So here from the left side we have customers and lead section, under which we have to go towards customers, and you can see that yes, the customer is added over here with the same details. So I'm going to open the customer, and here it is created. This means our connection between Cashfree and QuickBooks is absolutely successful, and now every time a new payment will be received in Cashfree by the form, then automatically the customer will be added in QuickBooks. So now after building this connection successfully, I'm going to show you whether the connection and workflow is running fine or not. How? By going towards Cashfree, I'm going to once again copy another payment form. Let's say this Java ebook, and I'm going to open it in a new tab to make the test purchase once again. Let's say this time the phone number of the customer is, let's say the email ID is amazing@pabblytudes.com, and let's say the name is amazing customer. I'm going to click on pay securely. I'm going to make the payment through the card once again. I will enter the OTP quickly. And as we have done that, the payment is successful. So I will take you towards QuickBooks now. We will go towards the customers section now quickly. And here we can see that yes, recently and instantly the amazing customer is added with the same details. This means that the connection is absolutely successful, and also our workflow is running fine. So you can also very easily manage your finances and the payments by adding the customers when they are making the payments in Cashfree to QuickBooks. automatically. So I hope this automation is clear to you. Also, it is helpful for your business. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.